What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Everyday Apple Living, your guide to living with Apple every day. I'm your host, Jack, and in this episode, we're going to go over what it's like 6 months review with the AirPods Pro 2. I have 6 pros and 3 cons to go over with you. With that said, let's get started. The first pro, which you probably know about because you have the AirPods Pro 1 or you've heard about the benefit of this with the AirPods Pro 2, is the noise cancellation feature. You put it in your ear and then it instantly cancels out the outside noise. Yes, in a loud situation you still hear some. Like when I'm working out at the gym, you still hear a little bit of the background gym music. But other than that, it really does cancel out a lot of noise.
For example, here you can listen to how loud the cars are next to me, whereas with the headphones on, I barely hear the cars. Maybe if the cars are really loud, I'll hear them, but for the most part, while you're playing music, you don't really hear them at all.
Pro number 2 is the battery life. The AirPods Pro 2 have longer battery life than the AirPods Pro 1. So for those who were used to using their AirPods Pro 1 for a really long amount of time and then having to charge, the AirPods Pro 2 extends that by a couple of hours, which is much better for you if you're needing them all day. There's also the hack that I learned from Flossie Carter where you use one until it's drained, put it into charge, and then use the other one, assuming you only need one earbud. And that's how you extend it a little bit longer. Pro number 3, the Find My feature is so much better now because it has the speakers at the bottom, so you can actually ping your AirPods Pro 2 case as opposed to the AirPods 1 case and the regular AirPods. Just so you see, we are going to play the Find My feature. And that noise is coming from the speakers of the AirPods Pro 2. You saw? We're going to keep playing it. It's beeping, it's glowing, boom, there's noise. You can also just do it to annoy your friends and family, right? But it also helps, that noise helps a lot, just in case it says, oh, it's in your house. Where in your house is it? You make the noise and you find it. Pro number 4 is the less thumping noise in your ear when you're jogging or doing jumping jacks or doing any sort of workout at the gym or when you're just out in general. So before, in the original AirPods or in the AirPods Pro 1, when you're jogging, you might hear thumping noise in your ears. They have reduced that problem with the AirPods Pro 2. So now when I'm jogging on the treadmill or jogging out in public, etc., I don't even think about or hear the thumping noise, which is great. Pro number 5, the transparency mode. So let's say you are in a situation where maybe you want to hear music, but you don't want the full noise cancellation. You want to hear your surroundings and listen to music at the same time, or you're walking out in the streets and you want to listen to your podcast, but also hear the traffic. You can put it in transparency mode. And to be honest, transparency mode helps me hear better than my actual ears. For example, let's say I'm not even listening to music. Let's say I'm just literally putting them in for noise cancellation purposes, or just to ignore people for a bit. I press the button and I hold it for 1 to 2 seconds. Boom, transparency mode. Now I can hear things better than what my actual ears could pick up. It basically amplifies the noise around you. It's an amazing feature, especially if you want to eavesdrop on people and listen to them, maybe without them thinking that you're listening to them, because they think you have earbuds in, so you must be listening to music. Pro number 6, there are now 4 ways to charge your AirPods Pro 2 as opposed to the 1 or 2 ways of previous AirPods and AirPods Pro. Check this out. Way number 1, we have a regular lightning bolt. Boom. Lightning, charger, and adapter. You heard the ping, you see the orange light come on, it's charging. Way number 2, you have the MagSafe battery pack. You put it on, you see the light, you hear the sound. See, does not fall. That's way number 2. So just in case you don't have any outlets nearby, you bring this when you're camping or whatever and you want to listen to music. Way number 3, the MagSafe charger. You see the orange light, you heard the ping. And way number 4 is the Apple Watch charger. You saw that, you heard the ping, you see the orange light right there. It is charging. And what's been really nice is that when I go out for the day, and let's say I don't need to bring my AirPods Pro, I pick up my watch, I put the AirPods Pro 2 on, and then boom, I leave for the day. Or at night when I pick up my Apple Watch to go to sleep and record my sleep journey, I put my AirPods on because probably you're not going to be wearing them when you go to sleep. You might, you never know. And they're charging overnight. It's a really convenient usage, especially when I'm charging my phone on the MagSafe at night, especially when I'm like, so that's charging. And then the watch is on my wrist and I'm charging the AirPods. So that's basically my charge setup at night. Now here are 3 cons with the AirPods Pro 2. Please keep in mind these are opinions. Con number 1, because they are shorter stems, sometimes they slip out of your fingers. And especially because the only way to get them out is if you grab them through the top, which if your fingers are either slippery, let's say you've just lotioned them, or you're sweaty, or it's just wet, humid, rainy, whatever, they fall out. And I'm on purpose trying to make them fall now, but usually sometimes, like when I'm trying to put them on and I'm near a body of water, I am sometimes worried about them just either falling into the pool, the lake, the river, the stream, the toilet, the sink, the shower. So these have fallen probably tens of times since I've owned them in the past 6 months. And they're still doing just fine. It's very resistant. But keep that in mind, especially if you're coming from, let's say, the first ever AirPods first gen with their longer stem that's like long down to here, and you're used to grabbing it here. These might slip out of your fingers more often. Another thing which I did not expect, because this did not happen to my wife's AirPods Pro 1, the time that she had them for like 2 years, is that, check this out. You see this? That's not dirt. Right there, that dark spot and that dark spot, those are magnets in the lid. So the magnet there attaches to the magnet there when you close to create that snap. But basically, the magnets poke out, and this just might be my specific case, my specific situation, and yours might differ. Yours might not have it at all, but I figured I would say this just in case someone from Apple is watching this, or someone who's in product review, or someone who knows someone who works in Apple. So maybe the next iteration of the AirPods Pro 2 or the AirPods Pro 3 won't have this magnet poking out issue. And also, just so you know, it's not dirt, because no matter how much I clean, and also if you zoom in even more, you'll see it's metal, not dirt. So keep that in mind. So for neat freaks out there, this might be an issue. The third con is basically when you're trying to connect your AirPods Pro 2 to your MacBook. For example, this is the MacBook Air with the M1 chip. Sometimes they will have trouble connecting. Like that was quick, but sometimes, like in the past 6 months, I have to click, unclick, and then click it again in order to get it to pair. Sometimes, like, and this happens probably 50 to 75% of the time, where I put the earbuds in my ear and then I want to pair them. The first click doesn't work. I then have to unclick it to unpair and then click it again to repair, and then it connects. It's weird sometimes, especially for Zoom calls. It really needs some due diligence where you log on first, test the earbuds completely, make sure you can hear the people, or test it with yourself. You can't just like put them on, hop on, connect, and then expect people to hear you, or expect to hear the people on Zoom calls, especially if you work from home, because then you might run into the issue where you're talking but your earbuds are not connected, or you think you can hear them but then you're wasting a few precious seconds like not hearing them, and then you might miss some meeting notes, etc. So just some things to consider. Also, especially when, for example, you're trying to pair to your phone, and the phone also glitches and lags when you're connecting the earbuds. Between the laptop and the phone, the earbuds do sometimes lag. I don't know if it's just my case specifically, or if it's an AirPods Pro 2 specifically software glitch. If you're experiencing the same issue, comment below, let everyone else know that you're experiencing it too, and maybe Apple can do like a software update to get it to pair faster and better with the laptop and the phone. My overall thoughts on the AirPods Pro 2 after living with them for 6 months is that I highly recommend them. Whether it's going out to the gym and working out and hearing less gym noise overall, less thumping, being able to travel. I spend a lot of hours on airplanes, like 20 plus hours at any given time, and to not hear the engine as much as before, whether with the old AirPods, the first gen, or the AirPods Pro 1, the AirPods Pro 2 reduces that engine noise so much. Like, even if I'm sitting next to the engine, I put them on, even if I'm listening to music or watching downloaded Netflix shows or not. Just sometimes I even just put them on so I have the noise cancellation without even doing anything. I've also tested the AirPods Pro 2 compared to the AirPods Max and the AirPods Pro Max. And quite honestly, the AirPods Pro 2 noise cancels your outside environment better than the AirPods Max. I highly recommend getting them. If you are thinking of getting them, you can use the link in my description below. If you got value from this video, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on so you get notified when new videos are released. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for helping me reach over 1,000 subscribers. At the time of this video, we are at 1,036 subscribers. It's taken over 2 years, way longer than I expected, because of the apartment fire, because of having to move, because of starting new careers, getting married in 2 countries to the same woman. We won't stop, we'll never stop. If you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, by the end of December 31st, 2023. Until the next video, peace.